Hello everyone and welcome to another video review by Centipede Geek. Today I'm going to discuss my thoughts and opinions upon an ABC television series by the name of Mixology. I'm going to talk about my thoughts on episode 5 titled Fab and Jessica and Dominic. And let's get to it, shall we? So pretty much with this episode, just like every other episode, each episode takes place within one night. All 10 episodes, I believe this supposed to be in the first season. All 10 episodes are the same night within this bar, and different characters and the relationships they get and the relationships they get out in. The funny, and dramatic stuff that happens within this one night in this one bar. Probably the most interesting thing about the series is that sort of concept, sort of unique and interesting, I thought. But that's pretty much what's happening now. We have our character of Dominic, he's a bartender, and we have the characters of Fab and Jessica, two best friends, and they're both trying to get with the bartender, and they're having this sort of, I guess you can say, this somewhat friendly, competition between these two and the bartender, and whether or not who the bartender is going to choose. It's a very simple episode when you get down to it. But that's the gist of episode 5, titled Fab and Jessica and Dominic, for the ABC television series with the name of Mixology. Now, if you've been watching my previous reviews, sitcoms are kind of a hit and miss with me. There are several sitcoms I like, such as, the Goldbergs, the Millers, the Crazy Ones recently. And, I'm kind of always been sketchy on them. I'm more of a dramatic person. I like serious stuff. I don't mind a laugh. I don't mind funny stuff every now and then. But I would rather just watch a 45-minute regular, dramatic scripted television show than a sitcom. I'm not really big on those. But recently I've been trying to give it more of a chance, and Mixology has somewhat impressed me these past few episodes. I'm actually starting to like it quite a bit. It's not an amazing show, but it definitely is an interesting and above average sitcom than some of the previous sitcoms I've seen. I really enjoyed the first 4 episodes, but I have to say, episode 5, titled Fab, Jessica, and Dominic, wasn't nearly as good as previous episodes. It wasn't nearly as engaging. It wasn't very interesting. It didn't really have that sort of niche or sort of thing, whatever you want to call it. It didn't have that sort of flavor, I guess you could say, for lack of a better word. It didn't have the same flavor that previous episodes had. It wasn't as funny. The only really good thing about this episode, I guess, were the characters and the concept. I do like the concept quite a bit, so that was the characters and the concept were probably the only thing keeping my attention in this episode. Now, it wasn't a terrible episode, but it wasn't really an amazing episode either. It was kind of just a decent episode, and that's kind of sad to say because I really enjoyed the first 4 episodes of the ABC television series with the name of Mixology. Episode 5 is definitely my least favorite so far. If I was to ever go back and rewatch the whole season or rewatch what I've seen, I would watch the first 4 episodes and then just skip over episode 5 because I really didn't enjoy it that much. It wasn't a terrible episode, but it just wasn't as funny as some of the previous episodes, and it wasn't really quite as engaging as previous episodes have been. It was just sort of uninteresting, for lack of a better word. It was just kind of, after I watched it, I recorded it on my DVR. After watching episode 5 on my DVR, I was kind of just like, meh. I was kind of glad it was over because I was just sick of watching it. But I will don't worry though, I will definitely continue to watch the show. There's only 3 episodes left in the ABC television series with the name Mixology, so I might as well book it on out. I might as well keep on watching, right? Because it can't get any worse, right? I'm sure after this episode, it'll probably go back to being just as good as the first 4, but for some reason, this one just wasn't the same. That's my review though of episode 5, titled Fab and Jessica and Dominic, for the ABC television series with the name of Mixology. Once again, thanks for watching another video by Centipede Geek. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to my page below, and I'll see you guys later. More videos by Centipede Geek.